Hello students of class 7. Today we will learn the continuation of chapter 7 from geography. Well, in the previous class we have learned on the topic life in desert regions, okay, with reference to Sahara as a hot desert and Ladakh as a cold desert. Okay. Today we will learn life in tropical and subtropical regions, okay, and with reference to two more basins, that is Amazon Basin as well as Ganga and Brahmaputra Plains. Well, let us straight away go to Amazon Basin. You know, Amazon is the largest river in terms of volumes, which is located in South America right here. So the portion which has been shaded in green color are drained by this Amazon river and its tributaries, and it is also known as Amazon Basin. Okay, so Amazon river right here in the middle in blue color, and it rises from a mountain called Andes mountain, which is located to the western part of this South America, okay, in between Brazil and what we call as Chile. And this Amazon Basin or Amazon river basin is bounded by Guiana Highland in the northern part of this South America, and in the south it is by Brazilian highlands. It is a highland, it's not a very high mountain, and as far as the climate of this area is concerned, it is very hot and humid or wet throughout the year, so to say. And rains, it almost rains every day. So the rainfall is very heavy in this region. The annual rainfall is 200 centimeters, and being an equatorial region, both days and nights are same. Okay, nights are long and days are short. It's not that both days and nights are equal. Okay, so from this picture, this is the Amazon river in the lower course. Next one, natural vegetation. Natural vegetation consists of rainforest. As the climate of this region is very hot and humid, so they have a luxuriant growth of plants and trees, and it remains evergreen throughout the year. Okay, that means they have a thick forest. The thick forests that we have in this Amazon Basin are known as Selvas. Let us repeat again, Selvas. And most of the trees in this region are normally very tall. Okay, and inside that very forest itself, they have creepers. It is crippling around the forest. A lot of creepers there, and it is known as lianas. Let us say together, lianas. So the forest also produce very valuable trees like ebony, rosewood, rubber, cinchona, etc. So this cinchona, in which quinine or the quinine is made. This quinine is a medicine used for the treatment of malaria. Being an equatorial region, the disease, equatorial disease, malaria is very prone in this area. So they use this quinine as a medicine for the treatment of this malaria. And as far as the wildlife is concerned, being a thick forest, the forest itself is very rich in wildlife. Okay, it says that they have 2 million species of insects, different kinds of insects, like different kinds of spiders, scorpions and all. And they have more than 1,000 varieties of fish and 600 varieties of mammals. Okay, some of the important animals includes jaguar, you can see from the picture right here, and alligators, and this is an ant eater, and they have varieties of different varieties of monkeys are available in this region. Let's go to the next one. People. This tribal, they consist of these indigenous people. So you can see from the picture, these are some of the tribal peoples who live along the rivers, Amazon River, so to say. Okay, their main occupation is hunting and fishing. In picture you can see those tribals or those indigenous people of these Amazon basins are going out for fishing. Food gathering, they also practice this shifting cultivation. This shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn. Okay, they will just cut down the trees, burn it, they will grow crops, and they live in the area of that field on that shifting cultivate. They will shift to another place. That's what we call as slash and burn. Well, their staple food, the food that they eat every day, is manioc, which is also known as cassava in Africa, and in Manipuri we call it umangra. Okay, this is their staple food, and they usually have a perfect harmony. Actually, the tribals, those who are living in the Amazon basin or Amazon forests, they live a perfect harmony with nature. They don't disturb the nature, okay, and they don't destroy the environment of that very forest. Okay, their houses are usually of thatch huts or houses, which you can see from the picture here. This one of the house, or it is one of the thatch hut that has been constructed by the tribals of this Amazon basin. And another important is a swinging rest couch, which is also known as hammocks. Okay, if you have hammocks at home, and these hammocks are usually made of hamaca tree, which is very popular in this Amazon basin. Okay, it protects them from floods, and it is also a part for a swinging rest couch, so to say, part of swinging. He can swing and he can rest it on this couch. Well, now with the advancements of living, the advanced people, they live in villages, more advanced people. So those tribal people were primitive people. These are the more advanced people. They live in village, okay, and their houses are made of mud and woods. So life has changed considerably in this area. The forest has been cleared in order to build towns and even for grazing. You can see from the picture. See, so it was a thick forest, but the trees has been cut down and cleared, and now they are ready for construction of houses, towns, and even on the other side they are making it for grazing their cattle. So in that way, most of the trees have been destroyed. The farmers, nowadays the farmers, they started to own a big farms and grow different varieties of crops. Some of the important crops consist of coffee, maize, cocoa. And this cocoa, which you can see from the picture here, is important because the seed of this cocoa, when it is ground, or when you grind this seed, it becomes a powder. and that very powder is used for making chocolates and flavors in different so to say eatables, all right, in candies, in sweets and all. So this cocoa is highly valuable, commercially valuable, so to say. And this rainforest, the forest is very valuable resource, not only to the American people. It produces a lot of oxygen, okay, helps the environment of this entire planet. So it is important. So we must discourage cutting of trees and clearing of forests in this Amazon basin. Next, let us go to Ganga and Brahmaputra Plain. Ganga and Brahmaputra Plain, it is one of the largest plain in the world. It stretches from in an east-west direction. Okay, you might have heard Ganga River and Brahmaputra River. It is in that basin. So northern side, it is bounded by Himalayas, and in the south it is bounded by Peninsular Plateau. So in the map of India, all the portion that has been shaded in green color are of these Ganga and Brahmaputra plains. It's about 2000 kilometers, and the plain is drained by the Ganga and its tributaries and Brahmaputra on the other hand. So some of the tributaries are Yamuna here, you can see here, Ghagra, right, Gomti, Chambal, Sone. Okay, it also covers 3 states, that the Ganga basin. It includes UP, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. And Brahmaputra, actually it rises in Tibet. The name of that Brahmaputra is known as Sangpo in Tibet. So it enters through Arunachal Pradesh, and when it comes to this Assam valley, it forms a big basin known as Brahmaputra basin. Okay, so these two rivers, they are joined in Bangladesh and form one of the largest delta in the world, and that delta is known as Sundarbans. Okay, in which this Sundarbans is very important because the Bengal tiger, the only tiger, a Bengal tiger known as Bengal tiger, is found in that Sundarban. Well, as far as the climate of this Ganga-Brahmaputra plain or Ganga-Brahmaputra basin consists of a monsoon type of climate. Summers are very hot, okay, and rainy season lasted from June to September. Rainfall is very heavy during the rainy season, especially in Brahmaputra and East Ganga basin. In this area, it's about 200 centimeter, like Amazon basin. And in the western part, especially this UP, Delhi and all, they receive less rainfall, and it's very cold and dry during the winter season. Okay, life and people. As the place has an alluvial soil, the soils are usually very fertile. Okay, they have sedentary type of agriculture, not a shifting agriculture, and the lands are very small. They don't own a big farm like which has been done in Amazon basin. Small land holdings because of the population. The populations are so dense in this region, so people usually cannot hold a big land, and most of them, they use modern technology for cultivation. They use tractors, they use machines, tiller and all. So majority of them. All right. So in western Ganga, western part of this Ganga, they grow wheat and sugarcane, in which the sugars are produced through this wheat. Most of the flour, atta, moida, all these things are a product of this wheat. And in the eastern part, Brahmaputra and Eastern Ganga part basin, they produce rice and jute. So in the picture, this is a jute plant which is used for gunny bags and all from this plant. Okay, and it is a cash crop which is very important. Rice, rice are also produced in this eastern part of this Ganga region and most of the Brahmaputra basin. So in that way, in the Ganga-Brahmaputra plains, crops are usually divided into three categories. The first one is Kharif, that are grown during the time of this summer, Rabi as a winter crop, and there is still another one, Zaid. Zaid means it is grown and harvested in April and June. Alright, let's go to the next one. These regions are usually very thickly populated. Transports are very easy because the area is flat plain. And most of the important cities like Delhi, Allahabad, Patna, Kolkata, Dispur, Tezpur and all are located in this area. So you can see from the picture, this is a Delhi, an aerial view of Delhi. Another one is Dispur in Assam. So most of the forests have been cleared for agricultural purposes, and also because of the increase of population in this area. Ganga-Brahmaputra, they are much more advanced than these if we compared with these Amazon basins. Alright, Amazon basin, they are still very primitive, but the people, they have migrated to that region and now they have started clearing the forests, in which we must discourage them not to do all those things. Alright, so these are some of the important points from Amazon basin as well as Ganga and Brahmaputra plains. Next class we will learn life in temperate regions, including the prairies and the veldt. Okay, and after that we will wind up this chapter 7. Alright, so please kindly join in the next class also. And for the time being, learn all the notes from the study materials. Okay, and after watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, may God bless you all. Thank you so much for participating in this class.